Hi, it's Joshua Priou here with Lisa Williams, and we are here talking about life in Carson City as always. But today we are going to do a little segment on AI, and that is a big deal in this world right now. A lot of people are using AI to do their searches. Obviously, our goal is to provide you as much information about living in Carson City, but ChatGPT or Claude or Grok or even Google these days can give you a lot of information if you know how to ask. And it's really clever stuff. And so we're starting to get into the AI a lot more. I use it a lot more in my world. Google's always been the way I would do research on anything, but it was always about keyword phrases. So you would come up with things like if you were going to want to stay in a hotel, like in Carson City, you would say hotels Carson City, and then you get a list and you'd look through them all and decide where you want to stay. But now with AI, you can do something cooler. You could say, I'm looking for a hotel in Carson City, and I'm bringing my daughter, who's 8 years old, and we need to bring our dog, and we're looking for something with a refrigerator. And then the AI bot will find, the hotels that would work for you that way, and you don't have to do as much research anymore because he can do it for you, or she. So the bot's really cool. We just wanted to do a little kind of spoof on that and show you how people might be searching when they're looking to move to this area. And so we're going to dive in, and I'm going to show you how it works. All right, so I'm using ChatGPT, and of course you can use whatever AI service you want, but I logged into this a couple of years ago, so it's kind of my go-to now. And I'm using Lisa's phone, and Lisa does use ChatGPT a lot, and so it knows her. So we're gonna ask it some questions and see how it answers, but then maybe we're gonna change the way we ask and see how it comes out then too. So first thing I wanted to ask, and I'll just go ahead and do it here, is can you please tell me the pros and cons of living in Carson City?
Living in Carson City can be appealing for a lot of folks, but it's not perfect. On the plus side, you've got the beautiful Sierra Nevada scenery at your doorstep. There's a strong sense of community, and if you like a more laid-back pace, it's a quieter capital city compared to a major metro. Plus, you're near Lake Tahoe and Reno, so outdoor recreation and entertainment are right around the corner. On the flip side, it's not as bustling as bigger cities, so if you crave constant variety or big city amenities, you might feel limited. Winters can be chilly, and housing, while more affordable than some places, has been getting pricier. So, it depends on what you're after.
Thank you so much. So that was actually a really cool answer that we just got back from her. Let's see, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to change the way we ask the question. That was actually really helpful, so you get a pretty good idea, and that's something that you could have figured out before. But if we ask a different question and kind of focus on making sure we find out who the person is that's searching and what they're looking for, we can get a completely different answer. So let's give it a try. So we want you to be a 70-year-old retired couple who's looking to move from the Bay Area. They need to sell their house and they want to move to Carson City. Can you tell me the pros and cons for that scenario?
Well, as a couple that's been around the block a few times, moving from the Bay Area to Carson City could be a breath of fresh air. On the bright side, we'd get to trade the hustle and bustle for a quieter, more relaxed lifestyle, surrounded by nature. Those mountains are calling. The cost of living, especially housing, would likely be more manageable, so we could stretch our retirement savings further. Plus, there's a tight-knit community vibe, and we'd have plenty of outdoor activities, great for staying active. On the flip side, leaving behind the cultural diversity, world-class healthcare, and some of the creature comforts of the Bay might give us pause. Winters do get colder, and while Carson City has healthcare options, we'd want to be sure we have access to specialists if needed. And of course, we'd miss our old favorite spots and friends. So visits back will be on the agenda.
So it's really cool how you can use AI in this sense, and that was really good, actually, pros and cons of living in Carson City. I mean, we could probably go on for a long time. In fact, we've done another video about them, and there's more to it, of course, but you could ask more questions. You can ask about the weather a little bit further, or ask about medical facilities, or whatever the case is. But using AI to look for different information when you're deciding to move to a new area, or you just want to know more about an area that you want to know more about. It's a great tool, and it's actually pretty fun to use.
So that was really good, Josh. I'm going to try and ask it a different question. So while I've been a real estate agent for 18 years, my background was medical. I'm a retired nurse. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT about medical services in Carson City. Can you tell me about the medical services available and pros and cons for Carson City?
Carson City offers a solid range of medical services for its size. You've got Carson Tahoe Health, which includes a regional medical center, a full-service hospital, plus some specialty clinics. Pros, you get local care for most needs without a long commute, and it's a smaller system, so it's more personal. And if you ever need specialized care, Reno's only about 30 minutes away. Cons, it's not a major medical hub, so for cutting-edge or super specialized procedures, you might need to travel a bit. Also, the range of specialists is more limited than in larger cities, so if you need frequent specialty care, you'll want to plan accordingly.
I think that was very helpful. So we do have a range of medical services here, and there's also a hospital in Gardnerville and some specialty services in Minden, which is only 15 minutes away. Or like he said, you also have a short distance to Reno.
All right, that was really cool learning about the medical facilities in the area. Of course, if you ever need any information about care here in Carson, of course, Lisa is a huge and very helpful resource for that. But I thought I'd jump and change a little bit and ask about current market conditions in the real estate world here in Carson City. Can you tell me about current market conditions for real estate in Carson City?
Early 2026, the average home value in Carson City is about $484,000, showing a slight 0.9% increase year over year. Median sale prices are around $515,000, slightly down by about 2.3% from last year. Homes are selling in roughly 57 days, and the market is considered balanced, with buyers gaining more negotiation room than in past, faster-paced years. Overall, it's a stable market with moderate opportunity for buyers.
And so then I would take it one step further and just see like maybe more focused on an individual person that's looking to come to Carson City right now on their, let's say their home. Let's say they're in Roseville and they have a house that they think is worth about $700,000. Maybe we could ask what kind of home you could buy if they wanted to transfer. So let's say you are a homeowner in Roseville, California, and you're ready to sell, and you believe your house is worth about $700,000. What kind of home could you buy in the Carson City area?
If you're selling a $700,000 home in Roseville, your budget will give you solid options in Carson City. With the median home price in the low $500,000 range, you could comfortably afford a larger, newer single-family home, likely with 3 or 4 bedrooms, ample yard space, and possibly nice views of the surrounding mountains. You might even look at some newer developments or homes with upgraded features. It's a scenario where you could likely buy with room to spare or even pocket some equity.
Yeah, no, wasn't that hugely helpful? It's really cool how you can use these devices, and this is just scraping the surface.
So as Josh just shared with us, you can buy a lot in the Carson City area if you're selling a home in the range of $700,000. I work with a lot of seniors and active adults that come from out of state, and they have time on their hands. They want to do some shopping. They want to go to restaurants. So I think I'd like to ask it to give us a review of some of the top restaurants in Carson City. Can you give us a review of some of the top restaurants in Carson City?
Carson City has a handful of standouts that locals rave about. Sassafras Eclectic Food Joint is a big favorite. Imagine quirky, creative dishes blending different cuisines, and their atmosphere is just as fun. The Basil is the spot for top-notch Thai food, consistently fresh, flavorful, and a great change of pace. For Italian, you've got Cucina Lupo, offering modern twists on Italian classics in a cozy, stylish setting. And if you're after a classic American steakhouse experience, the historic Gold Dust West Grill is a local gem. You won't go hungry here, that's for sure.
So there's just a little review of some of the restaurants that we enjoy here in Carson City. You can do a lot here if you're an active adult with time on your hands. We have plenty of shopping. We have like Target, and we always have Walmart, and my favorite is Trader Joe's. We have Costco, and many, many other common stores. So there's a lot to do here as an active adult.